The Seattle Seahawks return to practice today with Sunday's 37-3 humiliating loss and disappointing loss, I would add, to the Baltimore Ravens behind them. In front of them, and their main focus and aim is on Sunday's game in which they host the 4-5 Washington Commanders. Quick off-the-field player news: Derek Young returned to practice today after spending the first 9 weeks on IR due to an abductor injury which occurred prior to the start of the season. Young, if you remember, was a 2022 7th round pick, and he was a special teams specialist last year. And they're going to need him because the status of, they're not really sure. DJ Dallas and also Kenny McIntosh is another player that returned to practice today. So, okay, let's get to the video and hear from Pete Carroll, DK Metcalf, and Bobby Lamb.
Get straight but straight. You don't get
watched the Commanders here during this early part of the season have a really close opportunity for them to be on the other end of this thing with the games they played against Philadelphia. They played two great games against Philadelphia and scored a ton of points and had a chance to win both those games. That would have made a little difference in the NFL world. So we have a lot of respect for them. We're seeing a quarterback, the young guy. Sam Howell is a young guy, but he's tough. They're leaning on him. They're giving him an opportunity to control the game, and it's impressive the job that he's been doing. And you can tell that Eric is really believes in him by the way he's calling it. And so we feel that confidence that he's exuding, and realize we got to do a great job against this offense. On the other side of the ball, they've been tough. They're really good up inside. We got our hands full there, so it's going to be a terrific matchup for us, and we got to get our act together. He moves a lot, and they move him out of the pocket, and so he can do all of that stuff. He's not a runner, but he scrambles. He's got 150-something yards in average and something. He's got a 5-yard average before he runs, but that's not the feature part of it. He is in the mold of what Kansas City looks like. You know, they're using their quarterback in the same way. Everybody's familiar with seeing that, and they're counting on Sam to do his stuff. And so it's a drop back guy, good rhythm. He's strong, physical, and he can throw the ball over the field. So the main thing you can see with the young guy, the confidence that they have in him and how they're calling their stuff. Terry McLaurin is terrific. Logan is a premier-looking tight end. He's going to those guys, and they have a lot of speed with the other guys that they go to. Both running backs that they feature, Robinson and Gibson, are both really well equipped. They run hard, run thick, so they've got a good complement to what they're doing there. But they're really going for it in the throwing game. They throw the ball 100 times more than we have already. You know, so they're really trying with that. How can we emphasize it better? You know, I've been doing this for 20-something years of emphasizing turnover Thursday. You know, and making sure that we're on it. Which probably the most important part of that is to take care of the ball, you know, and not giving it away, to control those that emphasis. But you know, I'm looking, you know, I'm always looking and trying to draw different aspects of it and examples and presentations that we give and the focus that we bring to it, the competition that we have in it, you know, I mean, we all the way up to the end of Thursday to the last play, you know, we're battling to see who wins the day in terms of the ball, so, but I'm always searching, so, and that search won't end. Solid start to it under the most, you know, difficult circumstances because of the injury that happened at the time that it did. But he's back to running really well and he's moving well. He's had some plays get away from him that you know, frustrating to see. He made not the right decisions on some of the tackles that he's had opportunities to go for. He tried to knock a ball out last week and it wasn't the right time, you know, for that. But I think without question his best is still here for him in this season, and I think getting him comfortable and getting him back on track so there's none of those decisions show up in the game. You know, where there's, you know, he misses an opportunity to close something off or to make a play on something. So I'm working with him very closely to make sure that we keep working to maximize him. He's got a lot out there ahead of him still.
The thing is, you learn from it and you got to move on. I mean, there's a lot of season left. There's a lot of stuff that we have to get better at and accomplish, but I think the biggest thing is understanding that you know, it's a reminder that if you don't come with your A game, you know, good teams will beat you. So yeah, just move little things. You know, sometimes you know, when you win or you're having some success, the details of the game might get away from you, and the winning might disguise that. So sometimes, you know, having a loss like that or having a loss in general reminds you, you know, how important those things are throughout the season, especially as you get later and later into the season, because those are the teams that, you know, kind of blossom to the top, is the ones that are able to do the little things right consistently over and over and over again. So those are the things, just being like reminding yourself that, you know, you may have a big player do all these things throughout the course of the season, but, you know, it's the little things that propel those good teams to where people want to be. Some good moments, some not so good moments. I think we have the capability of being a really good, you know, run defense. I think again it goes back to, you know, doing the little things right, making sure, you know, you don't get too, you know, wanting to make plays. A lot of times, you know, it's a lot of just guys want to try hard and make those plays. And again, just a reminder that you might get bored with doing the little things, but those things, you know, help change your season and win for your season. You know, a lot of teams have been able to get after him, you know, been able to sack him a lot. But kind of like what you said, for every maybe sack or whatever, he's able to escape some plays. There was a play that I think he got a 3rd and 23, like by using his legs. And so I think we need to be mindful of that and understand, you know, they know that, you know, they've been getting pressured a lot, but he's also getting comfortable with it, being able to trust his legs a little bit more and escape. And, you know, again, we just need to be on our job and make sure we make the plays that we're supposed to make. If a team is trying to play action you or do boots or anything like that and they don't really run the ball, then you rather kind of err on the side of, like, prove to me that you're going to run the ball before, you know, I fall for it. But when you have two really good backs like they have, you have to honor that, because if you do it that way, they are out of the gate. And so a lot of it is the personnel, a lot of it is the coordinator. Like, do you believe that that's their true intent? Do they really want to run the ball, or is it just something they're doing to set up something else? So that is just film study, just watching all the games over and over and getting a feel for how they call plays, when they call the play action, where they like to run them towards. Because all of that is just making the throw comfortable for the quarterback. And so the more and more you understand what the coordinator's trying to do or what the quarterback likes, you understand when are the moments that they really actually use that and when are the moments that they really want to run the ball. And as you get into film, you understand it pretty quick. Understanding where the protection is going, whether it's coming to you or away from you, and then being able to beat the block, whether it's the tight end, running back, or the guard. Most times it's the guard for us.
Monday was kind of we got to face the truth of what really happened, and what really happened was we got beat. They outplayed us, out-physicaled us, and you know, they just flat out beat us. So facing that truth that you know, you're an NFL team, when you come in here on Monday and hearing that nobody wants to hear that you just flat out got beat, you know, by another team. But that's the reality of, you know, what happened on Sunday, and you know, the move right now is coming here and fixing our mistakes and just getting back to square one and getting back to the basics of football. Of their defense, that hasn't changed much in the past few years, so they're always going to play hard. But even their backups are rushing hard, or the backups to the guys that they traded away, they're rushing hard, and their back end is very solid, and they're very sound with how they rotate and how they play opposing receivers, and then the way that they handled the Eagles. The 2 times that they played them, they played them pretty tough. So just trying to, like I said, man, just trying to get back to what we do best, and not trying to, focus on what, the other team, does pretty well, but just staying true to ourselves and not letting, the past couple of weeks or the last game hinder us from, focusing on our end goal or who we are as a true offense.
Okay, there you heard it. And as I said, going into the video session, Pete Carroll, DK Metcalf, and Bobby Wagner talking a little bit about last week and really more focused in terms of the team needing to really internally, what can they do better, and of course pay respect to the upcoming opponent, the Washington Commanders. But really, to a man, they're saying we have to play better, and it is about that us, the Seahawks are saying, but we also respect who our upcoming opponent. Okay, the other thing, look, don't let the 4-5 record fool you, because the Commanders' offense is ranked 9th in passing and 17th overall. The Seattle Seahawks offense is ranked 20th. And so as the week goes by, I'll give you more and more stats, but this is not going to be an easy game. Both of these teams are pretty well evenly matched in terms of, the defense and everything else. So, one note, the team will be wearing the college Navy jerseys, blue college Navy jerseys, with their wolf green pants for the second time this season on Sunday. From the VMAC in Renton, I'm Osvita Mara for the CascadiaSports.net report.